Hello, welcome to this new video of Dev React to Sifu once again. I'm Romain. I worked on the game as a level designer and game designer, and with me I have...
Rémi, I'm the senior level designer on Sifu.
And this time we're going to review a video of the any percent speedrun, so starting from the very beginning of the game, compared to the previous one we had when it was a New Game Plus, where the people
And
already
barely
had...
time to talk as well.
Yeah, this time we'll be able to delve
Nice.
a bit more into details, and
Yeah,
it's starting
it's-
very quickly.
Yeah.
I always wondered how you can make the door breaking into the
With a
first
slide
takedown
click.
very this fast, and yeah, it managed right.
Yeah, this is something I forgot at the beginning, that basically Yang got all the skills from the beginning, but you don't really see that until maybe until you play much longer into the game, or if you just pause and see the combos, because I'm pretty sure it's displayed in the pause menu when you start the introduction.
Well, I think the pause menu is reduced at this point, and you cannot see your skills.
Oh,
But
okay.
yeah, for people who don't know the game yet, this isn't your main character. It's well, we can spoil it. Can we spoil it? We'll see him at
Yes,
the end. It's the final boss.
Yeah, that's Yang, the main enemy, and basically got every skill you can unlock during the game. And yeah, basically knowing it means that you already play the game and already unlock most of them. So
We notice that there's not many things too fancy right now, because it's the tutorial enemies. They die very quick in 3 hits, so no need for special combos or anything.
yeah, and you're basically invincible. So
Yeah, but the first boss, it's something else. Oh my! Okay, so I think we started to see the kind of combo we'll see often on bosses that stun-lock them for way much longer than what we intended. Yeah, this crouch punch to push to have additional time during the wall splash. Yeah, I think
Okay.
we'll see it a bit for a while.
Yeah. That's the fastest fight I've ever seen on Sifu, basically.
Yeah, and I tried. Yeah, the reason why I was very interested in this category actually was because before we released the game, I tried to do my own speedruns of it, and I always did it in any person style, so always, well, from the very start of the game. Meaning every time I had to do the introduction and stuff. And, oh, shoot the girl, alright. And well, I was wondering how people would manage and what kind of build they would make, because you start without your
Yeah.
skills, without shrine bonuses, and that will be the most interesting part compared to the New Game Plus version. And yeah,
there were barely any use of the shrine, basically. So.
yeah. And yeah, at the time, my best time was something... On release day, I think I did something like 56 minutes, 57 minutes. And I bet with a friend of mine that the record wouldn't last a week or something. And yeah, it actually did, because everybody was focusing on New Game Plus and nobody almost did any percent. But now we have a chance to witness it. And yeah, when you're speedrunning this game in any percent, this cutscene might be a reason why you don't do it much, because it's quite long and you cannot skip it.
Yeah. You can see he tried to press some button just to see if you can skip it.
Please let me go.
On the first part, he was pressing the bottom button, just to be sure he just select the girl
Yeah.
when the screen appears.
Yeah, I don't think it's a real time loss. It's
No.
a frame or two just to the cursors change character, but it's nice to see some representation of the female protagonist too. And yeah, here are the tutorials, or good up. Yeah, complete the tutorial as fast as possible, and it's I think this might be the kind of situation. It's always the same sequence of inputs for the players. We can notice that he made a spot dodge
Yeah.
to cancel his combo and go faster.
I'm pretty sure he used that also on Sifu on the first boss.
Mhm. Yeah, it's quite an early tech that developed on the game for really hardcore players, or to use avoids to cancel moves and extend their combos like this.
To be honest, I've never noticed that.
Yeah, it's really high level tech. Not surprised speedrunners.
He's already pressed the sprint button. right before you get the control. It's interesting.
Yeah, because you don't have enough range at first. You gotta get close to Kuroki to perform the palm strike.
Yeah.
Almost there are only 2 more, and then the real game starts. So sweep, down attack, of course. And I'm wondering what kind of combo. Okay, so again with the spot dodge to cancel. That you're wondering what kind of combos they used to perform here to kill the bosses, or actually the tutorial version of the boss is faster. And here
It's a shame we don't hear the music. I love this passage with the intro. I think we did a pretty good job with this one. The realization is really nice.
Nice with the wall splash too.
Yeah.
I'd never managed to one cycle Yang when I tried here. At some point he always blocked an attack and crit an attack, and it loses sometimes. But considering what they managed to do on Sifu at the beginning, it's not that much surprising. And gold split, yay! Congrats. So now it's...
I'm wondering how we're gonna do quick,
Quick maneuvering,
Well, he's forced to do that because this is the first time you meet the detective board feature. Basically, it was a way from us to introduce properly the mechanic, because you have to kind of see it quite often in the game, and basically that's what unlock all the shortcuts as well. So we had decided to force it there, and then narratively speaking, it makes sense, to have one of your targets in front of you just before you choose to go and fight him.
Now that you mention it, regarding the detective board, we don't have any 100% category yet for the game speedrunning.
Yeah, but that means you have to rerun like
3
times at least. I'm pretty sure you have to rerun 3 times just because of the Feng-Jie shortcut. Not the... Yeah, because of the Feng-Jie, I mean the most important item of Feng-Jie. It's like you have to go to the dance floor and then come back to the computer and then come back to the dance floor to have the right opportunity. So.
But there's some routine to do. You may have noticed in the previous hallway, the enemies are facultative, you can just go past them. The infamous hallway. There it is. Okay, they're going quite deep at first. Killing, they're kinda as hard as the tutorial as the enemies here. Free hit and it's gone. 1, 2, 3. This one is stronger.
Yeah.
From the pipe is always... weapons are always a good way to deal huge damage in this game.
Yeah,
especially
also
if you don't
the
have
structure as well.
Yeah, especially if you don't have skills yet. And
nice.
against wow.
Yeah, it's because there is a camera movement. For the realization, it was kind of a cliche of the old boy corridor. There is a camera movements at the end just to show off all the corpse you did during the fight. And we implement it's not really skippable, the movement, and I'm guessing there is a bug with the transition of the camera when you open the door before it ends. It didn't have the time to clear up the right information to cancel the camera movement.
Yeah, but regarding this camera movement, usually we got the door is locked until it's resolved, and there they managed to pass before it was locked, and that's why I reacted. And
okay.
And it's not supposed to happen, even though it's way better, and I'm kind of happy for speedrunner it's possible to do it.
So it choose weapon proficiency.
Yeah, obviously weapons will carry this kind of thing. I used to do the same when I was doing my own speedruns.
That's interesting. He managed to... no.
Yeah, cancelling the avoid tutorial.
Yeah.
There you go.
And you don't pick up any detective board item. But I know it's not the point. But I don't know. I'm pretty happy with the feature we made. So.
Oh yeah, you spent a lot of time on this detective board.
I just noticed you don't have yet the skills to use the low object, the one you can push with your foot. That's a really huge advantage in fights.
Yeah, he didn't unlock any skill when he entered the shrine, didn't he?
No, he didn't.
Okay, so
actually.
It's...
Maybe he's waiting for first death, maybe he planned death to do it, because it's quicker. I don't know.
I don't think death's quicker than the shrine, but maybe it's not relevant at this point.
Yeah.
Or maybe
He's
maybe
waiting for enough XP.
Yeah, he's saving up, I think.
Because I remember the one maybe one of the major skill we've got, the fact that you can still use the weapon when broken.
Weapon proficiency, yeah.
Yeah.
No skill again.
Yeah, and it's got enough XP to unlock it, and I'm pretty sure he's not really try to, I don't know, to permanently unlock the skills, as it's not the point.
There's no point to it. They won't get any game over, so that's no reason for it. But in a 100% run from a fresh start, that would be interesting, because you lose the skills if you break the continuity of your run, like if you go to a previous level, and that would change many things. Oh yeah, managing to perform the running takedown too. I'm surprised they performed this many takedown, but I guess it's only for the beginning of the fight, because they are. There's always a probability.
You also unlock the skills with weapon proficiency. You know, maybe it impacts much more the structure, so that's why he can trigger much easier the takedown. He's not gonna go it because he's afraid of the last man.
Obviously, last man is a feature of when you take down an enemy. Sometimes they will deny your takedown and come back stronger, and but this only happens when the group tends to get smaller. So that's why I think it's still safe to use at the beginning of the. To take down enemies at the beginning of a fight. That's why they did. And coming up to the last shrine. So maybe skills this time, and obviously the crouch punch, because we saw in the opening level that it's useful for the infinite combos on bosses.
Yeah.
Something else I would have expected at this point, but weapon proficiency makes sense too. It's to increase the amount of focus balls they got, because actually now in the new game plus, it's used a lot to extend combo and sometimes one cycle whole bosses just by extending the combos with the focus attack.
Just by looking at the few amounts of attacks Fashar does, I'm pretty sure it's not the master difficulty level.
Yeah, we didn't pay attention at the beginning,
No, we didn't. I didn't see the selection difficulty level, to be fair.
Yeah, we were introducing ourselves at this point. Yeah, phase 2 won't be much harder. Alright. There was a parry about it here, but everything goes so quickly you cannot make a perfect fight. Wall splash is so strong.
Okay, he's going for the kill, for the vengeance. He could have performed a Woody run as well. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can perform a Woody run at this point, basically. So.
But Woody run are less popular too, because obviously they take more time.
Yeah, definitely.
But there's some good runs in them. And that was level 1.
Yeah.
Gold split again, congrats. And going
club.
To the club. You did work a lot on the club.
Yeah, I did take it in the middle of the production of it. And I spent the rest of my time on it. So that was quite a blast to work on it. There was so much stuff interesting to do.
Mm-hmm. We did use it a lot in the trailers too.
Yeah, as well. It was one of the most advanced. To be fair, that was one of the most advanced in production, both in art and level design as well. While other were always a bit blocky. You know, the blocked phase in level design when you have only gray cube everywhere.
Okay.
And this was already pretty advanced. So yeah. And let's say the scenery is kind of nice each time.
Yeah, it took both of them with the bat and killed them instantly. That's nice. Yeah, and the bat makes tremendous damage at.
I know we made the comment for the last, but always the two that are just turning to look at you. That's always the two first. Everyone attack and quick kill, basically.
Yeah, they're kind of free, and that's a nice way to open the room, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, Crouch Punch doing miracles right now. Will they be able to one-cycle the flash kick too? Yeah, looks like it. Yeah, exactly. Didn't even take time to look at her die. We're just, I'm sure she's dead.
I don't know, he chose focus for the...
Yeah, focus at the start to stun her, and then
no, I mean by the shrine bonus he select. I guess it was the
look at the gauge at
the notch of focus he used. I'm wonder why. I would like to know. It's maybe to go faster during the run, but I'm gonna spoil it anyway. I mean, the people looking at the speedrun of Sifu knows the end or seen it so many times. But basically, the focus is not really useful against young, and most of players don't really spend too much point into the focus gauge, unless it's to ease the whole journey basically.
Yeah.
But if you want to make the perfect build against young, that's not usually the best option. It's more something you use to ease your journey to progress through the game.
How did I go?
I love that feature.
I did find a setup for this room that they didn't perform either because they don't know of it or theirs is more efficient. But you can actually take a bottle, stun a first man, throw him against the second one, and throw both of them above the ledge.
I remember setting up this situation that basically this situation was made to just encourage people to use that feature, to push enemies above.
Above ledges and fences and stuff.
The situation was just there mainly for that.
Oh, you can set both of them in takedown situation like this. I didn't know.
First time I see it. I know. I usually just put one in structured broken because I know when you throw a weapon on them, it passes directly in structured broken. But as you said, I didn't know you can do that for both.
Yeah, it looks like you got enough time before the other one notices, and the quick takedown animation again.
I like this sequence, but it was so much pain to put it properly, just because there is the AI above the pits that are basically friendly, so they're not really target to move forwards, but they can attack you, and you have to, I don't know, enhance them while you are fighting in the pit, so they don't come inside.
I just love how we kicked him to the ground, like, you're down, you stay down.
I'm pretty sure it's made on purpose, but he take him down just in front of the door, so he go faster.
Cancelling the dialogue, nice.
Yeah.
With another dialogue.
What was the solution? I put a volume, a box to cancel the text, because most of the time you can't hear the other dialogue if there is another one playing, and we wanted to have the text of the.
I love this game. Just because this character is speaking at the end of the fight and takes a long time, and is a facultative enemy, you can just take her down first, and then you won't have the dialogue at the end of the fight. It saves so much time.
Yeah.
And you can just throw me about fences. It's way faster than beating them up.
He masterized a lot the push close feature. The push close feature, basically pushing people over the fence. And to be fair, I'm not quite as good as that. I don't know how they manage to perform each and every one of them on.
It's a matter of how you get your position. Nice juggle! And
the ping pong weapon.
Yeah, and I believe the thrust move with the staff is also very powerful for stun lock. Well, I believe for speedrunners, anything that hits then performs a wall splash is always a good thing because of how much frame advantage it gives you. So enemies are in a state where they cannot defend, even though we set up them in a way they should be able to defend.
Yeah.
Another thing we didn't mention yet is how he chose this attack exactly as their second skill. We see it a lot in
Which one?
the chasing trip. And we see it a lot in the new game plus because it's very powerful actually. It deals 3 hits and most of them come with a huge damage. So it makes sense it got unlocked this early.
Yeah, I like the one with the fist though. I don't know, I think it gets, maybe it's just my point of view, but I know that putting them into the ground gives you a huge advantage, but the multi-fist following, it attacks a lot, whether they has or the structure. No. I like it.
Damn. Did you see how he just pushed him into the corner here to make sure he won't move for each push after? It's really nice.
He stuck him into the rack.
Yeah. Phase 2. Oh yeah, they unlocked the charge back phase 2. It was one of my favorite in the speedrun. I usually only unlock the charge back fist and
It looks
the
like
crouch punch. And yeah, when you time it right, you can interrupt almost any attack of the game. But for bosses, sometimes you don't have the time to release it, but looks like they know the pattern enough to be able to release it whenever it's necessary, making the boss sufficiently unable to attack. And I think it's done.
Almost.
Oh, resisting a bit more, alright. And that's already 2 levels out of 5. Gold split again, and what a gold split.
30 seconds.
Ah no, it's a green one, so it's compared to the best run, but it's still very good. When you're this deep in a run, you're already used with, and you have like 40 seconds in advance. It's very encouraging. Looking forward to the next level, because it's mine.
Yeah, that's yours.
It's my baby.
The museum.
The museum. And the good thing about the any person run is that we will actually be able to see the level, because we in the New Game Plus you just have to take an elevator at the beginning and you go straight to the boss.
Yeah. We got just one fight, not two. The boss and the first situation.
Yeah, this one, which is used to introduce bladed weapons. Like, okay, you got bats, you got staves, and then you got knives, which have a specific propriety, because it's the only weapon in the game that if you hit an enemy in guard, it still deals a bit of damage, but you also suffer from the same, and I'm in deep pain for what just happened here. Those 2 blocks look like they are spaced enough to let you go, but they aren't. Which means there's still room to improve for this type of run. And surprise, yeah, I love this guy too. And yeah, obviously, when you got the charge back fist, you can one-shot enemies with bladed weapons, if you manage to charge it all the way to the max. But you break the weapon as doing so, so it's a nice resource management you don't have for any other aspect of the game.
And you come to it on boss.
Yeah, but obviously bosses resist to it, because that would be a shame. Well, the speedrun would be way less technical if it did. Like, that's a really nice setup I used to do, is just you use the focus attack to stun an enemy, and it leaves you with enough time to perform the fully charged attack if there aren't any other enemies. And here you got 2 fire disciples, and I guess one of them will get stabbed, probably the first one. Yeah, probably doing just what I described, yeah.
And why the first one and not the second? I would have used maybe the Frable. There is a lot of Frable, and nice to.
Yeah, but they haven't unlocked the perk that allows you to instantly. It would be necessary to take each of them one by one and then throwing them one by one. That would be quite long.
Yeah, definitely.
Getting away from the pendulum, because it can be quite hazardous. Nice, and throw it. Yeah. When you see this kind of distances with an almost dead enemy, it makes sense. And a little bit of hesitation, but deciding to go for the sturdier weapons.
You choose a focus attack, right?
Yeah, the vertical strike focus attack. Probably for bosses.
It asks for 2 gauge, if I remember well.
Yeah, they have to. He has to gauge.
Okay. So that's why he
used.
The shrine bonuses of Scourge.
Yeah, the build starts to make sense.
Yeah. I wonder when it's gonna use it. And
probably on the boss, because it puts in a deeply stunned state, so it's
directly. Okay.
It's combo for yeah. You got the first focus attack you start with in the game is the eye poke, or I'm not sure of the name again. But it just stuns a bit, but enemy quickly recover.
Yeah, it's not an extreme dizzy.
And the vertical strikes makes it what we call a super dizzy, in a state in which enemies won't cancel your attacks even though they're supposed to. Up, yeah, big guy killed with weapon like this.
Get
That
so
makes
lucky to
sense.
have much time. Each time I do this room, I've got the impression that if I don't know, if I focus too much on one enemy, there is one of the big guy that's gonna charge me behind that.
Yeah, maybe the fact they are playing in the, if we are not wrong, in the easier difficulty might make sense.
Yeah.
Because enemies are less aggressive, so you can focus more on one at a time. Okay, so using it here, and kind of surprised they didn't go into this room with the blade. Because the bodyguard here doesn't attack you unless you're done with the dialogue, so you can stab him for free.
I didn't see. I'm guessing he skipped the menu, but I don't know how because he unlocked a key, and in detective board it's forced you to open the menu.
Yeah, but because they try to open the door which is after, the notification cancels the one which is supposed to open the menu. And half of the level is done already. Hope you enjoyed it. You didn't comment too much on it, but obviously it's a level for which the art team really carried. There's a very nice ideas of situation in it, I think, but aesthetically it's really an interesting level too.
And narratively speaking as well, it tells a lot about Kuroki. Well, there is some elements that are not relatively kind of obvious when you look at the detective board, for example. But in there, just through the art, you can learn a lot about Kuroki and, I don't know, our mental state and our evolution.
There are still many things that are just symbolic here, and I don't think players will get it, but that was kind of the point too.
Okay,
stun into charge, yeah, makes sense. There's another blade, so probably the same setup, yeah.
Yeah, that's the quickest way to get rid of 2 flash kick and one enforcer. So.
And I know this situation is a nightmare for many people, so it might be kind of a relief to see it happen like this. Yeah, I always end up stuck in this corner too when I play the game. Was to give more room to the text on the right, but then the enemies are a bit stuck here. I'm very happy with what we did with the camera in this situation too. It's not the first time you got the side view, but here it's a very long scrolling, and we managed to gate it into several chunks with invisible walls that appear and disappear to limit how far you can go.
It's nice. It's a nice remembrance of old beat'em all game, you know, the one that you have to kill all the enemy before you go to the next screen. You know?
Yeah,
it's basically all beat'em all, 2D beat'em all.
And here you got a bit more depth than for the old boy corridor, as we call it.
Just like all the beat'em all 2D as well.
Exactly.
But, well, it was isometric, so it was not clean depth.
Yes, real depth. That makes it a bit hard to handle, but the lock system of the game is so strong that it doesn't bother too much. And the stab, of course. Already entering the last section.
There was a traversal on the rock, right?
You never tried?
No, never. Always go around it. I don't know, to me it was not... the appeal wasn't there to say, I can do a traversal, but...
What was interesting...
That's nice to have, basically. But
yeah. If you know this flash kick is here, you can early take her down.
Yeah.
So that's
always
something I wanted. Same here, and the other ones here will react a bit earlier, so you don't steamroll on everything, even though they are really weak enemies. It's more for the theatrics that we got this situation here. And we can see he's doing a little dance here. I think it's because there's a specific skills they unlocked that may help you to move a little bit faster. Ooh, this was tricky. Lost the staff, got the staff back.
And that is pretty hard to handle, basically, in those two ones.
I like that with the extended attack, the first with the staff, you can push the enemy, but you have enough time and enough range to hit them with the thrust. So
what is gonna go next?
Focus. Yeah. Probably for the following boss, not this one, but the one after. And here's my baby, Miss Kuroki. Many people hate her, especially because of phase 1, but once again, the boss is great. Team steamrolled.
To be fair, she's got also blades, so basically, even if you block, you still lose a bit of health.
Yeah, the main intention with Kuroki was most of the bosses of the game are actually checks of how well you manage with the cores of the gameplay.
Yeah.
And the Kuroki was the check of how well you manage your avoids.
Oh my god.
And the first phase is very nice. Felt like something you gotta learn. For the second phase is much more into reaction time.
So just to be sure, he interrupts his charge attack with a charge fist, right?
Yeah, her running
That's
attack.
impressive. You have to be really, really good.
Yeah, because she actually has avoid frames on it, so it's really tight.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's frame perfect, but that wasn't an attack I intended to be able to be caught like this. And phase 2 done. If I recall correctly, I think Kuroki phase 2 was one of the first bosses I saw 0 to death combos on them.
Oh.
Like people just released it of I land one hit and the next time she can move she's already dead. Sub 30 for the end of the museum.
I know it's longer than the previous one, but it seems really going really quickly.
Yeah.
I thought we could have more time, to speak about stuff like in the levels, but it goes so fast from one room to another.
Yeah, there's so much to tell. When you worked on a game for 2-3 years, obviously there's many details we could speak about. But
did you notice that at each time you spawn at a place, you basically at the best point to have an emphasis on the next location from the point of view of everyone?
Yeah.
That was kind of the to speak about the production and the will of the studio.
The creative vision.
Yeah.
So obviously there's a facultative fight here, but there's no point doing it.
Why is he doing it?
That's what I was saying earlier. I think they have locked the slide attack.
And it's going much faster than the...
I think there's a sweet spot of when you have to cancel it, and I'm not sure the technique is really mastered at this point.
Maybe
Or
for
the
this one,
additional
because you are forced to walk here just for the narrative aspect of it. And other technical stuff. We're not gonna...
Waiting for the enemy to get out of the animation and just attacking them at the first frame to get the early takedown. Nice. I didn't know you could do that on these enemies. I thought they had protection against it. What? Yeah, and now with enhanced weapon damage, obviously even enemies here are not that hard.
That's so powerful.
Not enough focus, but still, yeah, not too hard to stab. And there was conveniently another blade here.
She's gonna do it again with the flash kick.
I would, that wouldn't be surprising.
No, using the...
No, okay, well, it's faster like this.
Definitely.
And this way he still has a blade for the next fight. Which has two very annoying enemies.
Oh.
Yeah, you can skip this animation.
Okay. I thought it was a bug in the video, basically.
No. I can confirm I did it too. Yeah. So yeah, you can see the enemies with the mini boss health bar here, and yeah, again the stab. This is the level in which there will be lots of stabs.
Yeah, because there is a lot of blades.
Yeah, but there's also two enemies which are relatively free if you know about them. If you manage to get a blade first. Though that sometimes mean
I know why. Because there is a last man on this one. Basically, the first one you take down, it's a last man. So if you use the takedown, I don't know if it's for that reason, but I know that this room is cursed with the first. Oh, okay.
No, the reason is that you can skip the room. Nice.
I don't
Yeah,
know
because
how it
the
does
last
it.
man here is forced. If you perform a takedown, it's done. So I don't think it was I wouldn't think it was a mistake on my part.
To be fair, I don't know how it solved the situation.
I don't know either. That doesn't make sense.
Oh man, you're gonna make me want to look at the script right now.
Yeah, and
just to check it, what's going on.
It's not a strategy that's always viable in real time, but here you could see that the timer went to pause during the loading screens because it's something the community made of what's called the load remover that detects when the game is on pause and pauses the countdown too.
I never noticed you can do a push close in there.
Ah, yeah, that's only on this way. And I'm kind of glad the community did it because at first, obviously, the game is on PS4, PS5, and PC, and that makes many different configurations, meaning not everybody is able to run it because of the platform they took it on. And a load remover can get rid of this problem. Yeah,
So
so.
obviously taking the shortcuts.
Yeah, they managed to take it.
I'm pretty sure I fixed that bug.
Yeah, I think it's fixed now.
It must be fixed. I don't know which version they got, if it's a later one, but I'm pretty sure I fixed this one. I saw the bug. I was assigned to fix it. I'm pretty sure I fixed it.
For those of you who don't know, this fall is too high for the character to take it, and you're supposed to die. And it's supposed to instantly save the moment you touch the run or the moment you die, but looks like the runners know how the trigger works.
Yeah.
And manage to trigger the save without triggering the death. And probably the same here, and then, trying the same here.
Yeah.
And so it's,
But basically, I'm pretty sure it's fixed.
Yeah, I think so. There's an achievement for that if you didn't know. Which is called take damage to save time because it's a classic speedrunning technique.
Yeah, obviously this one is always the charge attack.
There's blades everywhere, but it would be a shame to use it. And she doesn't attack until she's done with her dialogue too. And here probably
you're gonna jump directly to the...
yeah, that makes sense.
Of course.
But maybe this one, maybe with this one you cannot skip because you don't respawn directly into boss fights.
You're gonna have still the age sentence, whatever, and
because it's the first time.
You're gonna spawn back at the top.
But this might be the only death we see of the game. And jump? Oh, too early. Too bad.
Well, if they got a later version of the game, it's not gonna be the only death because I fixed the bug from the falls.
Still, I think even with the other deaths, there's room to make it a bit quicker. I have trust in the runners. They can always improve. Up, jump. Oh, okay. Well, you can throw it, I guess. Looks like Jinfeng is giving a bit of trouble here. But the main reason might be because we can see he's saving his focus bars.
Yeah.
Because it's a good way to prevent her from escaping like she just did already. But I think she will just get one comboed in this sequence.
And maybe you want to avoid, the infinite helicopter attack.
Second round. She's done. Didn't even need the third one, so maybe it would have been worth it to use it in phase 1. Interesting. And bye, Finger. I mean, Jinfeng. We did change her name mid-production, and most of us are still a bit confused about it. And we can see there was some time lost here, but it's still a very good run, still in a 30 minutes ahead pace.
And the last one.
Last one,
and this is my level as well. So basically the club, I took it over because I wasn't the one studying, but this one is from A to Z.
Yeah, it's really your level, this one.
Yeah. I wish I could have done, I don't know, more lengths on it, but due to production.
Yeah, there were some intentions for an additional side quest in this level with a lot of backstory also, and stuff.
A bit more, I don't know, navigation as well, like going through park before going here, but...
I wonder if they gave a name, the community gave a name for this little dance.
The one he's making to...
Right now, yeah.
Not going to the kitchen, one of the best situations.
The kitchen wouldn't make sense. And going all the way here, taking the stairs? Yeah, taking the stairs.
Okay.
There's 2 ways to enter the next situation, and I think the stairs...
You can short-circuit broken one of them.
Yeah.
Pretty sure of
that's
it.
Why.
Yeah. And the other one?
Yeah, okay, they're doing the way I do.
Okay.
Because the other enemy is still aggroing you, so this one doesn't react, so it's kind of free to hit her. And deal a lot of damage, I guess.
No, normally she's supposed to react once you hit her, but it goes so fast.
Yeah,
on her,
she-
she doesn't have any time to react at all.
Mm-hmm. Here, there's
Yeah,
another
you can
early
structure broken
takedown.
one of them if you throw.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting. That's not the one I would have expected. Actually, if you just run and hit the one that's close
you,
to you,
you should have time to structure broken up.
Maybe you can structure both of them, I think. Maybe. If you
Just
really-
like the club.
Yeah, well,
I know
bottle
anything is
and
possible after that. So.
Mhm. And this situation is more tricky than it appears. I think it's the only situation in the game in which we have two bodyguards.
Yeah, at the same time, yes.
And bodyguards are enemies that don't give much leeway.
Yeah.
Even if you perfectly avoid their attacks, they don't get stunned really easily, but this one was clean. Quick mashing for the menu again.
He didn't go for any shrine, I noticed.
Yeah, because they're not on the way.
He's missing one behind him.
Mhm.
There is one in the kitchen, but we saw that
Yeah.
he didn't go to the kitchen. Maybe he's gonna take the last one, but I don't know.
Going for
He
the one.
didn't take the one from the aromatic garden
Mhm.
previously. So.
Yeah, I think at this point their build is strong enough
Yeah.
that they don't need anything.
And they didn't want and waste any time to
Uh,
take another bonus. There is no possibility to structure broken any of them. I'm pretty
Mhm.
sure of it.
Chooch.
Yeah, that's kind of your final
Mhm.
battle before Yang, so it has to be, epic.
And the final enemy of the game before the last boss. Ting ting. Yeah, okay. That didn't. He didn't make much use of this focus attack in the end.
Yeah, he used it on pretty much the stronger attack we got, like, in the museum, he used it on the bodyguard, the first bodyguard.
Mhm.
I saw him doing a couple of times. He
Very
used it on
impactful,
Jinfeng as well. I'm pretty sure of it.
I think on Jinfeng he used twice the weaker one.
Ah, okay.
That's why I'm surprised.
Why not?
Okay. Is he doing forward, I believe? I know the community found a way with these stairs to make Yang actually fall. Yeah, and that deals a huge amount of damage. Can't do it in phase 2, sadly.
I'm sorry I missed that.
Oh, don't be, it's very fun.
Yeah, I know that's the whole point of the speedrun, but still. The developer inside of us just say, oh man, I miss a spot.
Yeah, well, I'm the kind of guy who's always on the speedrunner side, so it doesn't bother me if a bug isn't really likely to be encountered by the regular player. And well, we can see that Yang Phase 2 has to be nice.
Oh no.
Faced with a much more conventional play style, but it worked well. 40-55. So yeah, I believe it's the current world record.
And no voodoo. Shame.
No.
Oh come on, that was pretty amazing.
Yeah, congrats again.
Yeah.
I'm really proud of what the
Never
speedrunning
since
community
Young
has
so
been doing.
weak.
Mhm.
Never seen Young so weak. he almost done it as quick as in the introduction.
Yeah, exactly. You're the Sifu now. But yeah, shout out to Sifu speedrunning community. You guys are really doing great, and
And I hope you're still enjoying doing speedrun on it.
Yeah.
We're pretty proud of it.
Mhm.
It's
been
really amazing.
something like 3 months since the release of the previous IGN video with when we reacted to the New Game Plus video, and I think at the time the run was something like 8 minutes long or something, and now recently the runners broke the barrier and managed to make it sub 16 minutes, and it's just amazing. And there's still new texts that are getting discovered, so cheers to you. Looking forward to what you have in store, and if you still have to improve in other categories too.
The tease for the voodoo.
Yeah, you don't have
Well,
voodoo.
Thank you guys for following the video. Cheers.
Cheers.